Stop. Before you scroll, hear this. You have been living beneath your royal identity, not because you were rejected, but because you forgot who adopted you. Scripture says in 1 Peter 2:9, you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. Royal, not average, not forgotten, not accidental. And when royalty awakens, the house changes. Stay with me, because this is not about fantasy wealth. This is about inheritance. If you feel something rising inside you right now, press like intentionally. Subscribe only if you are ready to step into disciplined kingdom-level authority. Now listen carefully. Romans 8:17 says, now if we are children, then we are heirs. Heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ. Heirs inherit. They do not beg. They steward. A royal heir does not chase status. A royal heir manages territory. That means your mindset must rise. Royalty thinks in generations. Royalty protects legacy. Royalty builds houses that stand. Psalm 112 says, wealth and riches are in their house, and their righteousness endures forever. Notice, wealth is connected to righteousness, right alignment, right discipline, right stewardship. A blessed house is not decorated luxury, it is ordered leadership. Budgeting with discipline, eliminating chaos, increasing skills, growing assets, strengthening credit, protecting margin, that is royal structure. The master key is authority. Isaiah 22:22 speaks of the key of David, authority to open and shut. In practical life, your key is financial awareness, strategic planning, consistent investing, wise risk management. Keys represent access. Access comes with responsibility. Royal wealth is not reckless spending, it is stable equity, it is land owned wisely, it is businesses structured carefully, it is investments multiplied patiently. Proverbs 13:22 says, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, children's children. That is generational scale. Stay with this, because the difference between average and royal is discipline. Say this quietly, I will not live casually. I will not build emotionally. I will steward intentionally. I will protect my house. Press like if you choose structure over impulse. Subscribe if you choose legacy over lifestyle. You were not created to live in constant instability. You were designed to build, to manage, to multiply, to govern. When you step into stewardship, heaven trusts you with expansion, not randomly, but progressively. Luxury in the kingdom sense is peace in your home, margin in your accounts, growth in your investments, stability in your decisions. That is royal. You are a royal heir, not because of emotion, but because of adoption into purpose. Your house becomes royal when order replaces chaos, wisdom replaces impulse, strategy replaces panic. From this moment forward, you build intentionally. You review consistently, you invest wisely, you expand patiently. The master key is discipline. Use it, guard it, multiply with it, and let your house stand as proof that royal identity produces royal structure. Now walk like an heir, build like an architect, leave like a legend. Heaven has declared your royal inheritance. The crown of favor is now upon you. Your royal house is prepared, guarded by divine grace and overflowing abundance. The master key to unlock every closed door has been placed in your hands. To affirm your royal calling, tap the secure scan or PayPal link in the description. Declare, yes, God, I receive my royal key and step into my divine inheritance. If you are among the first or at the top, you are the chosen one. Divine favor rests upon you. Your place in the royal lineage is secure. Walk boldly, for you are crowned to reign. If you are truly a royal heir, then your house cannot operate like a marketplace of confusion. It must operate like a governed estate. Royalty does not drift. Royalty establishes order. Order begins with mindset. You stop seeing your home as temporary shelter and start seeing it as headquarters for generational influence. Headquarters require structure. Structure requires systems. Systems require consistency. Consistency requires discipline beyond emotion. When discipline locks in, identity rises. Identity shapes behavior. Behavior repeated shapes legacy. A royal heir understands that inheritance is not merely received, it is preserved and expanded. Preservation means protecting capital. Expansion means multiplying assets. Multiplication means intentional growth. Intentional growth demands awareness of every financial movement inside your walls. Nothing casual, nothing unconscious. Every expense examined, every opportunity evaluated, every investment calculated. Because royal houses do not leak resources, they channel them. Channeling resources strategically turns income into equity, equity into leverage, leverage into expansion, expansion into influence, influence into long-term stability. Stability is the crown of a well-governed house. Without stability, luxury collapses. With stability, even modest beginnings grow powerful. The royal house blessing is not noise, it is sustained order. When conversations inside your home revolve around planning instead of panic, progress accelerates. When your calendar reflects growth instead of distraction, capacity increases. When your habits reflect foresight instead of impulse, wealth compounds. Compounding is quiet but relentless. Over time, the disciplined estate rises while chaotic homes remain stagnant. Royal heirs think in decades. They evaluate how today's decision affects tomorrow's inheritance. They do not chase trends, they build foundations. They do not overspend to impress, they invest to strengthen. They do not inflate lifestyle beyond margin. They reinforce margin to prepare for expansion. Margin is power. Power preserved becomes security. Security produces peace. Peace sharpens clarity. Clarity enhances strategy. Strategy increases returns. Returns reinvested build enduring estates. That is how the master key operates. The master key is authority over your impulses, authority over your systems, authority over your growth trajectory. When you operate under authority, chaos loses influence. Distraction weakens, confidence strengthens. And as confidence strengthens, bold but calculated moves become possible. Royalty is not reckless, it is measured. Measured steps compound into unstoppable momentum. Momentum over years transforms ordinary houses into commanding strongholds. A stronghold is not defined by luxury finishes but by structural integrity. Structural integrity in finances, relationships, habits, and vision. If those pillars stand, expansion is safe. If those pillars weaken, collapse is near. So reinforce pillars daily, guard discipline fiercely, expand capacity gradually, multiply wisely. And as you do, your house will not merely look blessed, it will operate blessed. Operating blessed means stability in storms, growth in downturns, and influence in every season. That is the royal inheritance path. Stay disciplined, stay intentional. Let the estate grow quietly until its strength becomes undeniable. A royal heir does not wait for validation to begin building. A royal heir understands that identity demands elevation. Elevation is not emotional hype, it is structural refinement. When you accept that you carry royal responsibility, your standards immediately rise. You no longer tolerate financial disorder inside your house. You no longer ignore weak systems. You no longer postpone necessary corrections. Royal houses are governed daily. Governance means reviewing numbers without fear, adjusting plans without pride, correcting mistakes without delay. Pride collapses estates, humility strengthens them. When humility and discipline unite, growth becomes sustainable. Sustainability is the difference between temporary success and generational legacy. Many inherit briefly and lose quickly because they lacked governance. You will not repeat that pattern. You will not allow emotion to outrun structure. Structure must always outrun expansion. If expansion exceeds structure, instability follows. But when structure exceeds expansion, growth feels secure. That is the royal advantage. Your house must become a fortress of intentionality, every room aligned with purpose, every dollar assigned direction, every plan reviewed with foresight. Foresight prevents regret. Regret is expensive. Wisdom reduces unnecessary cost. Wisdom applied consistently increases returns. Returns reinvested create scale. Scale handled wisely builds portfolio strength. Portfolio strength builds influence. Influence builds opportunities that were once unreachable. Reach expands when preparation deepens. Preparation is unseen labor. Unseen labor builds visible strength. Strength is what carries estates through uncertain seasons. Uncertainty exposes weak foundations. But well-governed houses remain steady. Steadiness attracts opportunity. Investors trust stability. Partners respect discipline. Growth accelerates around predictability. Predictability is powerful because it reduces risk. Reduced risk increases confidence. Confidence allows bold yet measured moves. Measured boldness multiplies assets while protecting margin. Margin is sacred in a royal house. Without margin, panic creeps in. With margin, peace remains. Peace allows clear thinking. Clear thinking enhances negotiation. Strong negotiation protects value. Protected value compounds quietly. Quiet compounding transforms modest assets into commanding estates over time. That is the inheritance path. Not loud expansion but consistent reinforcement. Royal heirs do not display wealth prematurely. They build it patiently. They do not chase applause. They pursue permanence. Permanence is what turns houses into dynasties. Dynasties are not built in excitement. They are built in routine. Routine of saving. Routine of investing. Routine of learning. Routine of evaluating. Routine of strengthening weak points before they become cracks. Cracks ignored become collapses. Cracks corrected become stronger reinforcements. That is maturity. Maturity qualifies you for greater responsibility. Responsibility attracts larger opportunities. Larger opportunities handled wisely multiply the estate. The master key you carry is not entitlement. It is accountability. Accountability to manage resources well. Accountability to protect future generations. Accountability to expand without arrogance. When you operate under that level of awareness, your house does not just stand. It commands respect. And respect built on structure becomes influence that extends beyond your lifetime. Stay disciplined. Stay governed. Let your estate expand through consistency. That is royal authority in action. At the highest level of inheritance, you stop thinking about what you can gain and start thinking about what you must sustain. Sustaining is harder than acquiring. Many can receive, few can preserve. Preservation requires vigilance. Vigilance requires awareness. Awareness requires discipline that does not sleep. A royal heir understands that wealth unattended weakens. Systems ignored decay. Standards lowered invite instability. So you guard your estate mentally before you guard it physically. You protect your focus. You filter your influences. You surround yourself with minds that respect structure, not impulse. Environment shapes outcomes. Outcomes shape legacy. Legacy determines whether your name carries weight or fades into noise. Royal authority is quiet confidence built from preparation. When you know your systems are strong, you do not fear downturns. When you know your reserves are healthy, you do not panic at pressure. When you know your investments are diversified, you do not tremble at volatility. That steadiness is power. Power that is not aggressive, but anchored. Anchored houses withstand storms. Anchored finances endure seasons. Anchored minds make clear decisions under stress. Stress reveals weaknesses. Discipline eliminates them before they appear. That is the difference. A royal heir anticipates before reacting, plans before expanding, studies before signing, calculates before committing. every move intentional, every step measured. This intentionality compounds into dominance over time. Dominance not over people, but over instability. Instability cannot control you when your systems are strong. Chaos cannot intimidate you when your foundation is reinforced. This is the master key fully realized. Authority over your habits, authority over your resources, authority over your growth trajectory. Authority produces peace. Peace produces clarity. Clarity produces intelligent expansion. Expansion under wisdom becomes unstoppable momentum. And momentum sustained across decades transforms one disciplined household into a lineage of strength. Your children will not inherit confusion. They will inherit structure. They will not inherit panic. They will inherit preparedness. They will not inherit chaos. They will inherit command. That is the royal house blessing. Not spectacle, not exaggeration, but durable systems, protected capital, expanding assets, and consistent governance. From this point forward, operate like your house carries a crown, not prideful, but responsible, not flashy, but fortified, not impulsive, but intentional. Build quietly, reinforce daily, expand strategically, and let time reveal what disciplined royalty always produces: an estate that stands, a legacy that multiplies, and a house that remains strong long after trends fade. Royal inheritance is not a moment. It is a decision that restructures your entire life. From this point forward, you no longer move randomly, you move deliberately. You no longer allow your home to drift with culture. You establish standards that outlive culture. You no longer treat money as something that comes and goes. You treat it as a resource assigned, directed, multiplied. The crown you carry is not decoration, it is responsibility. Responsibility to think long-term. Responsibility to protect what you build. Responsibility to grow what you receive. Your house becomes powerful when discipline becomes normal. When reviewing plans is routine, when improvement is constant, when growth is intentional. There is no dramatic explosion at the end of this message. There is something greater: clarity. Clarity about who you are. Clarity about what you must protect. Clarity about what you are building. You are not stepping into fantasy wealth. You are stepping into governed increase. And governed increase is stronger than hype, quieter than noise, but more enduring than emotion. So here is the final seal: build with patience, guard with wisdom, expand with foresight, transfer with integrity. Let your home become known for strength. Let your name become associated with stability. Let your decisions create security that outlives you. That is the royal path. Walk it consistently.